Think back to a single summer when you were a kid. Just one. It stretched on forever. The days were enormous. September felt like it would never come. Now answer this honestly. Where did this year go? It is already mostly gone, and you barely felt it move. The months are sliding past faster than you can hold them. And here is the part no one says out loud. It is not going to stop. As you get older, time speeds up. Every year runs faster than the last. And if nothing changes, this is the slowest the rest of your life will ever feel again. That sounds like a curse. It feels like one. But it is not random, and it is not just in your head. There is a real reason your life is accelerating. And once you understand it, you can actually fight back. You can slow time down. Most people never learn how, and they let the years blur into one. You do not have to be one of them. Start with the simplest explanation, and it is brutal in its math. When you are 1 year old, that single year is your entire life. It is 100% of everything you have ever known. When you turn 10, a year is just 1/10 of your life. By the time you are 50, a single year is only 1/50th of all the time you have lived. So each passing year is a smaller and smaller slice of the whole. The summer that felt endless when you were 10 really did feel longer to you, because back then it was a huge fraction of your existence. Now a whole year is a sliver. A thinker named Paul Janet described this idea more than a century ago, and it has a cold logic to it. Time does not change. Your scale for measuring it does. Each year you live makes the next one feel proportionally shorter. You're watching your own life through a lens that keeps zooming out. But proportion is only half the story, and the other half is the part you can actually do something about. Ask yourself why those childhood summers felt so long. It was not just the math. It was that everything was new. The first time you rode a bike. The first time you saw the ocean. The first day in new school. When you were young, almost every single day contained something your brain had never processed before. And your brain does something specific with new experiences. It records them in dense, vivid detail. It lays down rich memory. Now think about a normal week as an adult. You wake up at the same time. You take the same route. You see the same faces, do the same work, scroll the same screens. Your brain has seen all of it before, so it stops bothering to record the details. It runs on autopilot, and when you look back, there's almost nothing there. A week of routine collapses into a single blurry smear because your brain barely saved any of it. This is the real engine. Time in the moment and time in memory are two completely different things. And it is memory that makes a period of your life feel long or short when you look back. The neuroscientist David Eagleman has spent his career studying exactly this, how the brain builds its sense of time. His work points to something striking. The amount of time a period feels like, in hindsight, depends on how much new information your brain encoded during it. A rich, novel stretch of life leaves a thick stack of memories, and when you look back, it feels like it lasted ages. A repetitive stretch leaves almost nothing, and it feels like it vanished. This is why 1 week on a trip to a place you have never been can feel longer in memory than 2 months of your normal life. On the trip, everything is new. Your brain is recording constantly. Every street, every meal, every face goes into storage. 2 months of routine at home barely registers. You were alive for all of it, but your brain saved almost none of it. So in your memory, it is as if those 2 months barely happened. Sit with what that actually means, because it is heavier than it sounds. The years are not just passing faster. For most adults, the years are passing unrecorded. You are living them, but you are not keeping them. A life of comfortable routine can slip through your hands almost entirely, leaving you at the end wondering where all the time went, with almost nothing saved to show for it. And that is exactly where the way out appears. If routine is what compresses time, then novelty is what stretches it back open. Every time you do something genuinely new, your brain wakes up and starts recording again. It lays down fresh, detailed memory. And that stretch of life, when you look back on it, will feel long, full, real. You're not adding hours to your day. You are adding density to your memory, which is the only thing that actually makes a life feel long. This is why the people who say their years feel rich are almost never the ones with the easiest, most predictable lives. They are the ones who keep putting themselves somewhere new. A different route home, a skill they are bad at, a place they have never been, a conversation with a stranger. Each one is a small act of rebellion against the blur. Each one tells your brain, pay attention, save this one counts. So here is the truth underneath all of it. Time is not actually speeding up. Your life is just becoming more familiar, and your brain has stopped writing it down. The clock is fine. It is your attention that has gone quiet. So the next time you catch yourself asking where the year went, do not just sigh and let the next one disappear too. Take it as a warning and an instruction. Go do something your brain has never seen before. Make it record again, because the days are not getting shorter. You are just forgetting to live them in a way worth remembering. And that, unlike time itself, is something you can still change.